Hey, what's going on, guys? It's TwoStepProductions and I'm finally back with another video, and today I'm going to be playing Stonehearth Alpha version 11. And I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but I had some real life stuff going on. I was going through my first year of college, and I'm finally back. So I'm going to head into a new game here. We're going to do normal game, and this looks pretty good for our roster here. And a lot of changes have been made to Stonehearth since the last time I played it, and even I haven't really kept up with all of them, so we're gonna sort of figure it out as we go along. But yeah, it's a really fun game. I've always enjoyed playing it, and I play it when I get the chance to, so let's go ahead and hop into it. I think I'm gonna choose a place right here, and as you can see over here, it tells you trees and plants, wildlife, and minerals. So if I choose a place over here, I have a lot of trees, not so much wildlife, and a medium amount of minerals. If I choose a place in the plains over here, it's more likely to have more wildlife, but less trees, obviously, and no minerals, because all the minerals are in the mountain. So if I'm over the rocks here, you can see I have the most amount of minerals possible. If I'm over by the water here, I have a lot of trees, more wildlife, and so I sort of want to find a place where I'm close to all of that. So either over here or over here, pretty much right around the mountains. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose right here, click settle here, and yeah, Stonehearth is a fun game for those of you who haven't seen videos on it before. It's sort of like a top-down survival game, so you're the entity and you're helping this town of people sort of create structures and gather food and resources and sort of forge a living out in the wild here. So these are the basic controls. You can move around with WASD, use space, and then move your mouse to move, or you can move using the mouse. You can right-click to change your camera view, and then zooming in and out is the scroll wheel here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and find a place next to this water here, and I'm gonna zoom out a bit just so I can see a bit more of what we have going on. So we have some trees, we have this obelisk, or I guess stone structure, we have some water over here, and then we have the mountains. Don't see many berry bushes, unfortunately, and those can be pretty useful for survival. There are some, so those are the berry bushes. There might be some hiding in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and settle probably right here in this open area. So let's go ahead and place our banner, which sort of signifies that that's the center of the town. I'm gonna go ahead and place it right there, and let's see, what should I name it? I guess, you know what, I'll just leave it with Deerton, which is the suggestion that it gave for to us. So now we have 7 people here, and we have a small amount of gold, and these people are pretty much ready to do what we tell them to. So I'm gonna start by designating a stockpile. I'll just go ahead and make it right here, and 14 by 14, that looks pretty good for now. So let's go ahead and create that. And what that screen that just popped up was choosing what resources we wanted to have allowed in our stockpile. So you can have different stockpiles for different things, like you could keep all your wood from trees in one stockpile, and your gold in another one, and I don't know, anything you craft in another one. So really there's all sorts of different customization with stockpiles, but for now we're just gonna go ahead and keep it basic with just one stockpile. So next thing I'm gonna do is click on the gather resources, so right here, and we're gonna drag out an area to harvest the trees here. And so the axe is going to go over them, and that means that they're going to chop down those trees and put the wood in the stockpile. We're also going to want them to mine some blocks here. So we want them, oh, actually I think that's also in harvest. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and mine that piece of stone. We want this cotton plant over here. I forget the exact name for it, but pretty much what that is it allows you to grow or make fibers that you can turn into armor and all sorts of cool stuff. And then we want these berries over here because our citizens are going to get hungry, and yeah, we don't want that happening, so we want to have some food ready for them. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to promote a carpenter. So what we do is we go to our citizens here, and let's say Liam North Point. We can click change jobs, and Carpenter, which is the saw over here, and click to approve. And so that's he's gonna pick up the saw, and let me zoom in on that a bit. So now he's wearing a carpenter's outfit, and what this is gonna allow him to do is he can create a workshop. So we're just gonna place that right over here, and ooh, a grizzled traveler approaches. Alright. Oh, he gave us a basket of berries. Nice. So we'll get back to that in a second. But what we're gonna have our carpenter do is we're gonna start by crafting a wooden or a farmer's hoe over here. So let's craft that, and that will allow us to promote one of our other citizens to a farmer. And again, that's very important because we need food for our citizens. So once he crafts this, we can promote another person to a farmer. So let's go ahead and click on Tippy Framer, which is this person right here. Change jobs, and then oh, there it is, the farmer. So as you noticed, the ones that we have the ability to upgrade people to are blue. So the carpenter's square was blue before when we had a saw to promote a carpenter. Now the farmer is blue because we have the hoe that we can give to one of our citizens, and she'll become a farmer. So see, her outfit changes as well. And while they do look similar, the outfits, they are different. So the carpenter has an apron on, or I guess just suspenders. So he's going to be working with wood and wants to protect himself. The farmer's more just has a basic outfit, but they don't really need protection from a lot of dangers when they're farming. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to designate a zone, and we're going to click on a farm. So let's go over here, and we're going to drag out a decently sized farm. I guess 11 by 11 is the max that we can do. So let's do that, and we want turnips for now. So there are different properties for different crops. There's turnips, which are fast growing, not that great for you, so they're going to be hungrier. Oop, and I don't actually want her to do this, so let's remove this. Sorry about that, Tippy. But there are ones that grow faster but aren't as nutritious, so the citizens are going to want to eat more often. And then there are ones that grow slower but they fill your citizens up more, so they're going to be eating less often. So for now, I'm going to stick with some fast growing crops just to have some food ready, but eventually I will grow some slower growing crops that will fill up our citizens more. So the next thing we are going to do is we're going to chop down some more wood over here, which they're already working on doing, and then we're going to build a house. So let's go to build and design, and we're going to design a building. There's some preset designs here, so like a dining hall, tiny cottage, shared sleeping quarters, and a cottage for two, and they actually look pretty nice, but I want to go ahead and design my own custom building. So we're going to start with the floor here, or the foundation, and I want it to be the sort of fancier design. There are all these different designs that you can do, but I'm going to start with the fancier one, and it doesn't cost extra, it's all just visual. I'm going to drag out a nice size area here. Let's do 16 by 16. And so next thing we're going to do is drag up the walls. I'm going to choose the darker walls here, and we're going to go ahead and click that. You can also do stone walls, but you need to collect a lot of stone for that, so I'm just going to stick with wood. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and keep it a 1-floor building. You can choose multiple floors if you wanted to. I could add a floor here, but for now I'm going to keep it basic. So let's go ahead and choose a roof. I'm going to do again the darker roof, so it sort of shows you as you're choosing it what it's going to look like. I'm going to choose this one, and I want let's see, I want it to be peaked like this, so you can actually choose which sides are down. So that's all 4. Oops, if I can, there we go. So if I go around, you can see all 4 sides. Now it's 3, now it's 2, so that's gonna look a little odd, but you can really choose which sides that you want to have peaks on and which ones you want to be flat. So actually I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this one. So I just click that and then add some doors, and doors are 3 wide, and since it's 16 by 16 it's not going to be centered, so I'll just go ahead and put it off to one side here and add some windows. So let's add a window here and one here, and now that I think I'm pretty happy with this design, I'm going to click finished editing and build, and yes, start building. So now my citizens are going to get started on building that. So you can see they're breaking the ground to build the foundation, and then they're going to take all the wood that we collected and start building the buildings. So I'm going to come right back once they've made some progress, because it's sort of boring. So, and I'm gonna let the night pass, and then I'll come back when we have some updates. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see, we've made some good progress on the house, and we have our daily update here. So we didn't quite meet a lot of our sort of requirements here. Our net worth isn't quite up to standard, nor is our food, but we are working on that. So as you can see, I started another crop here, and what this is silkweed, and that's the name of the stuff over here that we harvested, and you use that to make all sorts of clothing and other stuff that can be useful. Armor, use it to make beds, so it's sort of like cotton, this game's version of it. And so we're gonna start growing that. We got our turnips growing over here, and then obviously we've made some very good progress on our building. And the last thing I did while we were gone is crafted a wooden sword with our carpenter. So I'm gonna promote someone to be a lookout, or sort of a guard for this small village here. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on Luca Pap, and this is another way of upgrading people, is you can click on them and then change jobs and do it through there. So I'm gonna make him our soldier here. Actually, let me look at the official name for that. Footman. Okay. And so he's gonna pick up the sword, and he's gonna become our footman, or footman. And oh, one other thing is our carpenter actually leveled up. So see, he says level 1 carpenter, whereas our farmer says apprentice farmer, and our footman says apprentice footman. So once they get some experience, so our farmer, when she starts harvesting crops, or our footman starts fighting some people, and there are actually enemies in this game, then they'll level up. And that's what happened with our carpenter. I crafted a couple things with him, and he got some experience and leveled up. So the next thing is the next thing I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to harvest these plants again, because they've regrown. So we're going to harvest some more berries and the silkweed that's up there, just because we always want to have food and resources. Excuse me. And so we want to watch for when these regrow, and then we can harvest them again and bring them back to our stockpiles. So I think the last thing we're going to do today is have our building finish up, and we're going to quickly get some info on our town. So we have 12 things that are edible right now. I guess all those berries. And our morale is 4.8, so that's a bit lower than I'd prefer around 5, but that's not too bad. Food is 4.4, shelter is 4, and safety is 5.5. And so my overall rankings are 5. I have a 1 for crafting, and then a 1 for defense so far. Stuff in my inventory, got some resources here, lots of wood. I have a fire pit for decoration, which is obviously what you start at the town with over there. And yeah, this sort of just gives you a lot of information, and you can see some info from your citizens. So not having enough food is pretty much the main thing, and then they had to sleep on the ground last night, and that's because we don't have beds built yet, but that's what we're working on right now. And then people are enjoying being here with friends. Settling here is a good idea. This really seems like a spot where we can build something great. So just some interesting things that Radiant, which is the company that made this game, put in just for like some customization and that sort of stuff. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff, and I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I'll show you guys the finished house at the end, but yeah, got a lot done, and we'll come back next episode and keep going. So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions. Subscribe if you want to see more, and have a good day, guys.